This May, Kingstree, South Carolina becomes a place of remembrance and reflection. Join us for a powerful two-day commemoration marking the 60th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s 1966 call to march on ballot boxes. Together, we honor the past, examine the promise, and shape the future. Friday, May 8th and Saturday, May 9th, 2026. For more information, contact C. Williams Rush at 803-397-1859.
All right, welcome into Andrews the podcast. Boy, we got some streaming issues going on right here, but hopefully we'll work through them. Either way, what I'm gonna do is I'll just if the streaming becomes too much of a problem, I'll just re-release this on a record, on a pre-recorded video. Let's try this. All right, maybe we work through it. I think that's probably it right there. Hopefully that's it. It's still a big lag. Let's see if I can help it out a little bit. All right, I think that helped. Yeah, that helped it out a lot. Turned down the resolution, and there we go. Problem is fixed. Anyway, welcome in, man. It's been a minute. Before we get started, I want to talk to you guys about something that's been going on with me personally, and it's been affecting a lot, right? And particularly this past weekend. Um, and what I want to talk to you guys about is some threats that I've been receiving, right? And I haven't been receiving the threats, right? The threats have been going to my daughter's family, my daughter's mother, and the threats are about me. The threats and the threats are coming from a little gentleman by the name of Cortez Green. Now Cortez has a problem with my anti-drug position, especially when it comes to the town of Andrews. Okay. Um, and these threats have been going on for quite some time now. And I haven't been ignoring them. What I've been doing is collecting them and turning them over to the authorities because these are threats communicated over telephone, through text messages, uh, this past weekend, he actually told my daughter's grand uncle, which is my daughter's grandfather's brother, that he was going to do these things to me and all this stuff like this. Told my daughter's uncle, let him know when I get over to his house because he's going to shoot me up. And so I just wanted Mrs. Green, Cortez's mom, who I heard is a very nice lady in the community, and I was about to I was about to go over to her house and ask her, was she aware of what her son was in the community doing, because him having a problem with me is one thing, but to send these threats to people, that these are people that love me. I don't know what kind of game you think you're playing, but I'm about to get your little monkey ass locked the fuck up. Okay? Because the other alternative, like, you've communicated, listen, according to the authorities, you've communicated enough threats that, I'm well within my um rights to protect myself, given the length of time you've been sending these threats and the nature of the threats. So I don't know what you were trying to accomplish. Again, I was I was supposed to go to some events this past week, and I was invited to events, and I chose not to go because I wasn't in the right frame of mind. Because I had gotten sick, I had gotten fed up of hearing, what I've been hearing. I've been trying my best to ignore it, trying my best to overlook it, trying my best to look past it. Um, but that is I don't know who this boy think he playing with. And so somebody need to get his mama, right? And let his mama know to tell her son to leave them people alone. Okay? Those people are not on those people don't have your name on Facebook like I got it on Facebook right now on the screen right there right now. Those people aren't talking about your illegal activities like I am. But you chose to send those threats through text messages. And I've turned those text messages, I've collected them all, been collecting them since you first started doing it. As a matter of fact, that night that I got on here ranting and I said that, yeah, you at that moment you were texting people. I ain't go to your baby mama house. But I'll tell you what I do have. I got $1,000 for a conversation that I want to have with this young man about you. Because I heard you like, and hey, it's 2026. How can I judge? You know what I mean? You may have been young back then or whatever. But yeah, I got $1,000 to talk to that young man. And y'all know who the young man is. So let him know. You know what I mean? Rand will be due in a couple days. And I feel like y'all deserve the story. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to figure out what is it. But yeah, somebody reach out to Miss Green over there in the Bloomville, Miss Bennett Green over there in the Bloomville community, and ask her to explain why her son is carrying on like this. Like I mean, like he's gonna do all these things, and I mean, I got the proof of you saying this stuff, so it's not like this is something that I'm just pulling out of my rear end or anything like that. So just want you to know, big dog, expect them people to come and snatch your little ass up. Okay. And keep playing. That's all I say. But just understand this, okay? I've heard you. I've heard you loud and clear. Okay. I've heard you loud and clear. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do this. I'm scared. Okay. I'm in fear for my life, and I will protect myself at all cost. Okay. So keep that in mind as you continue to do what you do. But and we're not gonna stay on that long. But yeah, so again, I want to apologize to everybody. Like I just went blank for a minute, and because I went to a dark place, and thank God, I thank God, yeah, you know what I mean. Trying to just chill, camp out, bum, and people coming, oh man, this man at the store, you telling people what you going to do, this and that, man. You gonna have to tell that to the police now, homeboy. You got to tell that to the authorities now. Okay, so there it is. And yeah, that that's just what it is right now. A lot's going on. Lots coming up. I had some flyers that I wanted to share with you guys, but I couldn't get them to come up. I'm having some technical difficulties today, but we worked it out. I think the main thing is the resolution thing. That's why um been having these issues on get this little bitch ass nigga name off my screen. Um I've been having these issues on StreamYard with the lagging and all that, but we all good right now. And so, yeah, but hey, listen, a lot has been going on since I last touched down on this bad boy right here. One of the stories that I've been, I mean, you can't make the stuff up, right? This is another story out of Georgetown County that is blowing my mind right now. You guys see it on the screen. This is from the Georgetown County Sheriff's Office page right there. And let's talk a little bit about this story that you guys see. I know you heard about it, the 5 kilos and all that other good stuff there. Let's do this right here. But yeah, traffic stop results in seizure of 5 kilograms of fentanyl. And according to this picture right here, oh my goodness, man. So let's get to this story right here and what is going on with all of these drugs in Georgetown County, South Carolina. Okay. Um you know, every now and then law enforcement reminds us that regular folks, you know, out here trying to afford eggs and the light bill and these type of things like that, and just trying to live a regular life. And somebody else is apparently running a full service narcotic warehouse, like it's a Costco, like it's Costco or Costco membership crime program. So let's start in Georgetown County. According to Sheriff Carter Weaver, what began as a traffic stop on Highway 17 in Pawleys Island turned into the kind of bus that makes you stop and say, well, damn, y'all weren't playing around. Deputies say Orlando Sanders failed to stop, led them on a pursuit, crashed into a light pole on Waverly Road, and was quickly then taken into custody. And inside the vehicle, deputies say they found a kilo of fentanyl. Now, pause right there. A kilo. Not a little baggie. Not, he was going through a rough patch. Not the wrong place, wrong time. A kilo of fentanyl in the car. That alone already tells you what that alone already tells you this was not amateur hour at the dang Apollo. This was not somebody freelancing. Stupidity on this. This was not somebody freelancing stupidity on the other side. But wait, there's more. Because apparently Georgetown County got the deluxe edition of foolishness. Deputies then got a search warrant for 130 Kaminsky Street in the city of Georgetown. And by the time this thing was over, y'all see it on the screen right now, they say they recovered 5 kilos of fentanyl, over 1 pound of methamphetamine, a half a kilo of cocaine, over 2.5 pounds of marijuana, 137 grams of crack cocaine, over 4 kilos of cutting agent, $15,000 in cash, 1 handgun, and a hydraulic press. A hydraulic press because, of course, nothing says I'm just minding my business like enough narcotics to poison the entire community. And industrial equipment sitting in the house like you running a criminal arts and crafts center. Over 5 kilos of fentanyl, y'all. Let that sit for a second. This is not some sad little street corner operation. This is not a one-man mistake. That sounds like the kind of setup where evil got organized, got comfortable, and started thinking it had job security. You know what always gets me? There's somebody that's always acting shock. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe that. Yet Georgetown County is number 1 in the state in overdoses for fentanyl. I really can't believe that, really. You can't, huh? A chase, a crash, a kilo in the car, 5 more kilos tied to the residence, meth, cocaine, crack, marijuana, a gun, cash, cutting agent, and a hydraulic press. And somebody's still out there acting like this is probably a misunderstanding. Why did they pull him over? Yes, because that's exactly what it looks like. A misunderstanding with wholesale fentanyl. This is what people need to understand. Law enforcement starts taking in kilos. We are not talking about when they start taking in kilos, we're not talking about random nonsense anymore. We're talking about a large scale operation going on in Georgetown County. We're talking about volume. We're talking about poison moving through the county in quantities that can destroy families, neighborhoods, futures. And while some people spend their time, spend their mornings cutting ribbons, posting inspirational quotes, and pretending everything is fine, deputies are out there uncovering enough fentanyl to remind you real evil does not always announce itself with a siren. Sometimes it rides around in the SUV until it hits a light pole. That's Georgetown County. In the comments, oh man, always love to hit the comment section. Starting off, my man Irvin Huggins says, it's a wrap. Calvin Graham says, why the inhaler sitting in front? Inhaler sitting in front? What inhaler? That's a pistol. Drew said he's a cooked goose. Drew, he's innocent until proven guilty. Should have called an Uber. That probably would have been a good move right there. Shy Thompson, why do dealers sell fentanyl? Like so many people get caught with so much of it. Oh. They sell it because it's profitable, Shy. What are you talking about? They sell it because they make money off of it. Let's view some more comments here. Rob Banks says crime pays both ways. Let that sink in. Donna Christmas says great job. Deborah Williams says good deal. Elroy Linwood says, do y'all feel the same way about doctors giving cancer patients fentanyl every day? They're legally overdosing people every day. I don't think that's quite the same there, Elroy. I don't think that's quite the same, but I guess it's not the way you see it. Hope he is in prison for a long, long time. So many people died from fentanyl poisoning. That is so true, Miss Linda Miller. A lot of people died from the Fenty. 1738. All right. And so let me get to this other story here before y'all think that before y'all get to thinking that it's just a beautiful county of Georgetown who is experiencing these issues with fentanyl and all this other good stuff. Oh, I need to go back.
Welcome to Live 5 News. I'm Samantha German. New at 3, Berkeley County deputies say they arrested a man who had allegedly been selling meth and cocaine in Moncks Corner after a 7-month narcotics investigation. 36-year-old Andreas Johnson faces charges including trafficking both cocaine and meth in amounts at or over 400 grams and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. The sheriff's office says it launched an investigation into alleged narcotic activity back in September and identified Johnson as the distributor. Detectives say when they searched his home, they found more than 2 pounds of cocaine, over 4 pounds of meth, and several firearms. They also reportedly discovered more than $285,000 in cash and assets.
Where's that odor coming from?
That odor's coming from that fentanyl, obviously. Wow. So let's get this up on here on the screen here. I want y'all to see this right now. Of course, I shouldn't have done what I just did with the dang computer because there we go. Show me some love. There we go. All right. So again, if you just think it's Georgetown County, you better look again because it's not just isolated to a thing, and it's more proof right here that it isn't isolated. Um, and that is not a rare crime in South Carolina when it comes to all this fentanyl. Investigation in Berkeley County say investigators in Berkeley County say that they wrapped up a 7-month investigation and arrested a man they identified as a major distributor of methamphetamine and cocaine in Moncks Corner area. And when they searched the residence, they found pounds of cocaine, pounds of methamphetamine, cocaine base, 5 stolen firearms, drug packaging material, digital scales, a money counter, $230,000 in cash, then a financial freeze order reportedly turned up, more than $30,000 in Cash App, and more banking assets, bringing the total to nearly $287,000. Now, ain't that something? Nearly $287,000. So while decent people are trying to figure out how to stretch a paycheck, keep gas in the car throughout the week, these people have apparently turned destruction into a business model. Georgetown shows you the poison by the kilo. Berkeley County shows you the profit by $250,000. One case tells you how much death is moving. The other tells you how much money comes with it. And together, both stories tell you the same thing. This is not just crime. This is commerce, dirty, deadly, soul rotting commerce. That is why this story matters, because every kilo, every pound, every stolen gun, every money counter, every stack of cash is a reminder that there's people who will gladly trade your community safety for their own personal payday. And then some of these same communities are expected to act surprised when addictions rise, violence spreads, families break up, children grow up surrounded by chaos. No, this didn't happen by magic. This happens because there's money in poison. And there are people willing to get rich off of misery. So no, this is not just another arrest report. This is a warning. This is a mirror. And this is what law enforcement says is moving through our communities while too many people are busy looking the other way. Nothing says I'm innocent quite like a kilo of fentanyl and a hydraulic press. You guys have a Lovely evening, and I'm back on in the saddle, guys. Let's
Get ready, Andrews. The Andrews Heritage Festival is coming October 31st. A day filled with community, culture, and celebration is on the way. Big energy, great people, and unforgettable moments. Save the date now and get ready.